Hey, welcome to 15.3 Perspectives on Psychological Disorders. The first one is Supernatural Perspectives of Psychological Disorders. This was fun to read about. The Salem witch trials. It all started when little girls thought that these women were witches, and then a whole bunch of people died. From last time I read about the Salem witch trials, it was something about the bread they didn't know how to store food properly back then, and so the little girls were hallucinating. So people died. And this is all about mental health issues. So they are trying to, back in the day, thank God for science, they thought that supernatural beings were taking over brains or whatever. Convents back in the 16th century in Europe, hundreds of nuns did some outrageous things. Hundreds. They would try to do lewd acts with priests, speak vulgarity, or speak vulgarly. They would convulse, foam at the mouth, just really random, odd things. Today, we have science, but also some Nigerian cultures still believe that mental health issues are caused by supernatural elements. It's kind of interesting to me. Next is biological perspectives of psychological disorders. Some factors are largely due to genetic factors. Guys, I think that this is going to be where we really determine what causes the majority of mental health issues. This is the area that's most thriving in the studies of mental health issues right now. Findings have shown that genes and genetic mutations contribute to mental health issues. Dyslexia has, I've read studies that's genetic. Autism, they still don't have a cause, but they're really looking at that it is genetic. ADHD, they say, is genetic. Bipolarism. I only read one study that said that was genetic, but I really think they're making connections with so many. And usually if we know what causes them, we can maybe develop something that helps stop it, or I don't want to use the word cure, because I don't think there needs to be a cure for autism, but they're something that can help maybe manage it better. I'm gonna try not to butcher this. The diathesis stress model of psychological disorders. I just gave you an example. Okay, so being obese is not a mental health issue, but I could not think of a mental health issue that sounded good without being offensive to someone, and so I came up with this. If you come from an obese family and are predispositioned to being obese, that is the diathesis. And then a global pandemic happens, that's the stress. The stress causes you to eat and become obese. I could not think of a mental health issue that I could put in place of obesity. So that's your example. But it's just whatever you're predisposed to. Like an underlying issue, maybe alcoholism, and then a stress happens and it brings forth whatever you're predispositioned to. And that covers 15.3. I'll see you for 15.4 and then 15.5. Bye.